Combat de l'Eau. He was the first ever coloured stallion to be graded Gold Elite by British Show Jumping. He's had a hugely successful young horse career, consistently placed in all his international young horse classes at home and abroad. He later went on to jump internationally at Nations Cup and was a European young rider class medal winner. Lafonic. He will, of course, be resident here at Tramless Hall with Stallion AI Services in 2013. His working career has always been in racing. When he was with Jenny Lauriston Clark, she described him as one of the easiest horses she had ever trained. He is a KWPN licensed with AES 16.3, a 3-year-old. Footloose is by the world-famous Numero Uno. Angelo Arni. This is a 8-year-old stallion, another KWPN. He first caused a bit of a sensation when he was the most expensive colt at the Elite Foal auction in Holland. At 5, he claimed the best stallion at the Shearwater Championships at Stoneleigh, claiming 3rd place overall.
Capriccio, or Capri, as he's known, is a 6-year-old Spanish stallion. But he's got 2 copies of the cream gene, but he will always pass on the cream gene. But they will learn tricks very quickly.
Millwall is certainly a very versatile stallion. He does tick all the boxes, and his wonderful temperament enables him to be used by an out-and-out amateur who wants to input a bit more quality on their faithful friend, or by a serious professional who wants to breed a true future star.
Woodland Vavavoom. And 195 British eventing points. From 36 runs, he had 4 wins, including an advanced win at Burnham Market. He finished on his dressage course 6 times and had 21 double clears. Craig is the full brother to the elite Trakehner stallion of 2012 and the international dressage stallion Connery. Craig is only 8 and only started his competition career last season. He is affiliated with British Eventing and he finished the season with a completely clean cross-country sheet. His sire is Fleetwater Opposition. In his only full season eventing in 2010, he completed without a single cross-country jumping penalty. As a young horse, he was also taken in hand to the British Eventing Breeding Championships and was awarded Best 2-year-old Colt. He was champion foal at the National Hunter Show in 2004, winning all the classes he contested on the way to the championship. Denver LG He's a superb example of a modern dressage type who is extremely correct in his conformation, and just look at that movement, and he has the ability to collect and lengthen through his frame. Denver's KWPN sow was Johnson, who also has an incredible pedigree. Schenkendorf is a grade B show jumper. He's done eventing at novice level and hunted regularly. And he is a graded Trakehner, now aged 17. Schenkendorf was successfully 100-day performance tested in Germany in the autumn of year 2000. Rembrandt is a 12-year-old and stands 14-1. He's a black sports pony stallion. He was licensed by Weza Ems as a 2-year-old and approved for the elite stud books. In 2011, their first season together, and many Premier League wins and placings. Nationally and internationally, they were never out of the top 4, and this resulted in European team selection. Revolution has raced and evented up to advanced level. He is graded with Sport Horse Breeding GB and has British show jumping and British dressage points. 19 years old, his children are going from strength to strength. His great-grandsire was Nijinsky, one of the greatest in the thoroughbred horse racing history. This is Univo's first season at stud, 12 years old, and has been a champion since he was 5 years old. He also won the Horsio Wild Card winner in 2011. That year he was the winner of the International Stairways at Suffolk County and at Devon County in 2012. Circus is 23 years old, bred in Cornwall at the Delhi Stud. He's an international eventer and European Guild medalist. He's got quite a few offspring about. Upton's Who, an advanced eventer, was selected in 2010 to represent Great Britain in the European Championship Young Rider team, where he won team gold and individual bronze. Now in the arena, we have Chiron. He was the undisputed champion stallion of 2010 thoroughbred assessment. He's a thoroughbred stallion who raced 35 times and retired sound. Chiron was retrained and prepared under saddle for the grading, and will be standing, of course, here at Travelers Hall. Sir Libre in his own right has already proven himself in sport and breeding. In 2000 he was the only horse to finish in the top 5 in all major group classes, including Fox Hunter Final at Hoyes. He won internationally at CSI Reims, placed second in the Grand Prix at Le Mans, and won the Middlesex Grand Prix, beating the top 30 horses and riders in the UK.
This is Woodland and Wild Child, and this is an embryo transfer, 2-year-old colt by Vavaboom out of the Ginger Princess Farouche. He's the highest scoring futurity horse ever.
Franklin Sugar is by the world champion young dressage horse First Heinrich. He's a 7-year-old British warm blood, the 16-2, graded with the British Warm Blood Society. And he is a black horse. There are not nearly as many black horses in the world as people think there are. Vinny Vidi Vici is a licensed stallion with the Anglo-European stud book. He was the reserve champion as a 4-year-old at the Scope Festival for Style and Performance. He was winner of the £5,000 Equimat 5-year-old championship at the Addington Young Horse Show. He competed successfully in Europe and was second in the championship final at Fontainebleau in France and jumped double clear every day in the Silver Tour.